Hello, I am Knight Rider 7602 here, and judging from this picture, I'm doing my first movie review on Kamen Rider the First, or Mask Rider. Anyways, this movie is pretty good. Not your typical Kamen Rider. Yeah, like Dragon Knight. It's not Dragon Knight. It's Kamen Rider the First. The first rider ever to be invented. Now, we join the adventures of Professor Hongo as he gets kidnapped by an evil organization known as Shocker. I'm really talking in a low voice because my parents are asleep. But that's besides the point. Also, when he was kidnapped, he was taken to an organization known as Shocker. Shocker gives him this new kind of blood and make him super strong. And he becomes the first Kamen Rider on their side in the beginning. But the professor knows his boundaries and stops himself from killing people and regaining his human interest and becomes a traitor in the eyes of Shocker, which leads Ichimonji and a lot of other riders to come after him. Like I said, Ichimonji is the second Kamen Rider, the second Hopper, because the first is Professor Hongo. He is Kamen Rider Hopper, and so is Ichimonji. Together, they're going to take down Shocker and save the love interest of the movie, a female reporter who's trying to uncover the truth of Shocker, but never gets really this close to finding out about it. And her fiance gets killed. Now, this movie has a lot of plot twists, which I'll not get into. If you haven't seen this movie, judging, I don't think none of you have ever seen this movie. It kind of depends on it. This is basically based on a television series in Japan known as Kamen Rider. But I never got a chance to see the series or I don't know anything about it. But all I know is the movie is probably based on a few of the episodes in the series. Now, I'm going into the duration of comparison with this and Kamen Rider Dragon Knight. This isn't like your little brother's Kamen Rider Dragon Knight. This is like Kamen Rider for at least teenagers. This is like the Power Rangers of Japan. When I mean that seriously. It's no, we gotta fight a monster and we save the day. No, it's always the monster is strong enough that he gets sometimes they get beaten up or something like that. But then you always know in the end, sorry, the rider punch or rider kick will deal with it. Now they don't have weapons, and they do go up against only one character I believe a weapon, and that's Kamen Rider Cobra and his minion. I don't know I just named her Cobra Girl, Kamen Rider Cobra Girl, but she has a whip. Now, basically throughout this whole movie, it's basically Ichimonji's trying to try to save himself from getting severely, for his blood is getting screwed up. And Professor Hongo is trying to protect everybody here. He's being the true hero. Both of them are. And the motorcycle scenes are pretty awesome. They can do tricks that I know. I don't know any professional BMX riders, but I know some skills, some moves that will put them to shame. And two, I like how the way instead of they don't see anything, they'll tell their eyes to glow, but a certain pose will make their eyes glow red, white. Yeah, I kind of like the look on this cover, and you can actually get this movie in various places. You can go to YouTube and watch the first and second movie. You can go to Netflix. You can go to Netflix and find the movie. But this movie does go under a different name here in America. It's known as Mask Rider the First. Um, yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that actually meant Kamen Rider until I watched the special features on it DVD. I was like, oh, it's Kamen Rider. Okay, there we go. That explains a few things. But loved it. And my review thoughts on this are astound. I really expected a lot of stuff like weapons and crazy explosions and like flashy transformations, but no. It's like your normal typical. It's like your normal Japanese live action armored character movie. Outer transformations are pretty cool. Now this is also like probably the one out of the few Japanese oriented movies I have seen. Some featuring Godzilla. I don't know if that really counts. And I watched the Ultraman series. And what's that other one I watched? The Detective Conan live action specials. Now those are good. Now I've also have I only have a few minutes left. 5 minutes. Okay, well, anywho, I, in my own opinion, love how they make little red scars for them. The red scars are like stylish. I like that. I like it. And it sets the tone up for the second movie. When you know that they're still alive, you're like, oh snap, there's gonna be a second movie. And you kind of also know that because in the end of the movie, I'm gonna spoil this for you. The lady from Shocker is like, next time I decide who gets kidnapped. So that's setting you up for the next installment in the Kamen Rider series, Kamen Rider the Next, which features a version 3 transformation, I believe. That will be with um, the belt with the double gyro spinners. Now that's pretty cool. I have to admit that. And their transformations are not like cards. They don't have cards to fight. They have their bare hands and super strength and their kicks. When the rider kick connects with like the opponent, you get nailed and you get just like you explode, literally. Now, I love this movie. I absolutely adore this movie. If I ever got the chance, I will go to every like store that sells like Japanese anime stuff. I will try to find that movie and the next movie, and then maybe if I get more into it, my more Kamen Rider stuff. That means more and more reviews for you guys, um, which is pretty cool. I really admit that this is a fun idea for me to do, the fun thing for me to do today, and I'm really sorry, got yawn. But hear what I say. This movie is action packed. On a scale from 1 to 10, I give it a uh I give it like an 8. There are some flaws with the movie. Some of them like are kind of weird, but in an action packed, I give it over 9,000. Sorry, whisper. Parents are asleep. But that's good. It's good in my book. This is a good movie in my book. This is one of the first movie reviews I'm going to be doing. And join me next time. I'll do a few more stuff. And really running out of time here. Only got a few minutes, few seconds left. So leaving you with that note, I'm Knight Rider 7602 signing out. Goodbye. Riders kick and Riders punch to the face.